What's up guys, it's Aiden, the remake god, the hairy eyebrow back at it again with another remake of Lil Uzi Vert's XO2 Alive. Let's get into the remake. This song was produced by TM88 and JW Lucas, and you might be wondering, hey, didn't TM88 already break this song down on Genius? And that would be yes, but he didn't go through everything.
Shifu taught you well,
but he didn't teach you everything.
So I'm going to go through the entire thing for you today, give you all of the samples and presets that were used in the original song. And a big thanks to the sponsor of this video, Unison. Go check out their brand new plugin Mangler in the description below, which I have been having a lot of fun with lately. So the way they've explained this plugin, which I pretty much agree with, is you take any sound and you turn it into an absolute monster in less than 3 seconds. So I've done a bit of research into these effects. We have 5 different distortion knobs. These all have different properties. Mangle knob, which is Unison's signature analog plus digital hybrid distortion and compression. Destroy, which is a more harsh, it's like their most aggressive distortion they've ever made. Then we have their bite knob, which is actually my favorite effect from this plugin. This can add light to aggressive bit crushing. Expand, which expands the stereo width of your sound. Gain knob, which is essentially a brick wall limiter. Going to allow for up to 36 decibels of gain, probably more than you'd ever need. It's really fun to use and you can save your own presets. So let's pull up a beat I made recently. I'm going to add Mangler to the master. Sounds dope. Anyway, massive shout out to Unison for sponsoring this video. They're running a 60% limited time launch discount on the plugin right now, so you can get it for 27 bucks instead of the usual 67. So really good deal right now. Check them out in the description below. Let's start off with the sample. The original sample was at 129 BPM. And once we finish this sample, we're going to be exporting the audio, bringing it into a new project and speeding it up to 155 BPM because after all,
Uzi want to go to the clubs.
Lil Uzi Vert wants to go to the clubs. Let me show you the original sample. Let's start off with the lead preset that plays throughout the entire song. You can find this preset, actually you can find all of the presets from this song from Nexus. The main preset we're using is AR Origin 1, which you can find in the arpeggios of the factory presets of Nexus. And we're going to be keeping the delay and the reverb on. So this preset is an arpeggiator. And if this is the first time you're hearing the word arpeggiator, basically means when I play a chord, it's converting that MIDI into a melody using the chord that I'm using. That was a terrible explanation. So when you play a chord, it makes some sort of melody out of the notes that you're playing. We're playing these chords. So it's going to look like this. Then for effects, we're going to be adding gross beat, and this is going to be half timing the sound. We're going to go to presets, right click on these arrows and go momentary, then choose half speed. So this is going to be half speeding the sound, playing it down an octave and playing it twice as slow. So it's going to sound like this. So without the effect. Then we're layering on a second preset from Nexus. This is the PL ambient guitar preset in the plucked categories. So let's record that in. This is what it's going to sound like without any effects. Nice. For effects, we're going to be adding gross beat once again to add this half speed effect. Then some RC20 retro color for some added wobble and bringing down the tone. Then finally some fruity chorus. So that's going to sound like this. That's the first 8 bars. Then we have some new presets coming in. We still have the guitar playing. Then on top of that, we have this bell preset from Nexus. This is the DX era preset, which you can just find in their factory presets. Then on this preset, we're turning off the delay and the reverb. Then we're heading to the layers and turning off layers 1 and 3. So at first, it's going to sound like this. Too much is going on there. We're turning off the delay, the reverb, and layer 1 and 3. And we're playing this pattern. Quantize that. Very nice. For effects, we're going to be adding some parametric EQ2 for a very light low pass filter and RC20 retro color for some distortion and some more reverb. Then we have one more preset coming in from Nexus. This is the 808 Mafia Piccolo preset. This is the exact preset that was used in the original song by TM88, and we're going to be playing this melody. Then for effects, we're going to be adding some pitch wheel, bring it up by 12 semitones and bring the mix down to 18%. So it's just slightly adding that extra octave in for a bit more high end. Then we're adding some Fruity Parametric EQ2 just to boost up the high end again. So this is before and this is after. Then we have the famous Minecraft door sample. It's not a Minecraft door, it's actually just like this perk sound. And for effects, we're going to be adding some Fruity Delay. Then I also added Fruity Parametric EQ2, and we're going to be automating band 7 for this low pass filter. As you can see right here, this is the automation clip. If you don't know how to make an automation clip, just right click on the thing that you want to automate and go create automation clip. So it's going to look like this. So all together. From there, I'm going to go Control R to export this. So let's just call this EXO Tour Life Sample. Like I already told you, Lil Uzi Vert is trying to go to the clubs, so we're going to be speeding this sample up from 129 BPM to 155 BPM. Now that we've exported the sample, we're going to add that to a new project. And as you can see, this doesn't match with the tempo of the project. So I'm just going to go double click on the audio clip and then drag the tempo out until it matches with the tempo of the song. Next up, we're going to go to the pitch and bring this up by 3 semitones. Nice. Then the final step is to separate these two audio clips, and let's go make unique. That way we can separate this audio from this audio. We're going to bring this second audio clip onto the mixer, and for effects, once again, we're going to be adding gross beat to add this halftime effect. So it's going to sound like this without the gross beat. Then once we turn it on, let's bring the volume down to around 55%. Let's add these drums in. So first off, for the beat, we have the rack kick. Next up, we have the snare, which is actually made up of 2 different samples, the Luger snare and the Luger slap clap. So together they sound like this. Then we have the hi-hats. And what's funny is that these are like the 2 most common hip-hop hi-hat samples. So we have Perks 3, as well as this Hit 1 hi-hat sample. So all together. Then we have one more perk coming in before we get to the 808, like shaker sound. Then finally, we're coming in with the 808. For the 808, we're just using the Spins 808. You can find all of these drum samples in pretty much any generic hip-hop drum kit, or in the FLP, which will be available to all my Patreon supporters, playing this pattern. Add the drums. So this is the end result. Do you remember your first time hearing the song EXO 2 Alive? A lot of you guys might not know this, but I used to DJ at house parties, and I remember I heard this song a week after it came out back in 2017, and I was like, man, I gotta add this to my set because it goes so hard. And I remember I played this song at this house party, and no one knew what it was, but everyone was just going crazy because it was such a cool song. And here we are almost 5 years later. Do you have a cool story of your first time hearing this song? Let me know in the comments below. Anyway, that's it for the remake. Thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys next time.